My name is Saroeur Nheb. I'm from here, Rhode Island, Providence. I was actually born here in Rhode Island, Providence. I work in the medical field.
My name is Neaveh. I'm 17 years old, and I'm in the 11th grade going into my senior year.
My name is Daphne. I am 11 years old.
So my name is Casty Saison. Everyone calls me Kat. I live in Rhode Island, but I was born in Arlington, Virginia. I work in healthcare.
My name is Kailey. I go to school in Providence, and I'm going to be a senior in high school.
I have five girls, a granddaughter and a grandson. We all live in this house. So Manun, he's a mechanic. He fixes car, change oil, stuff like that. Change brake. So my car needed to, change oil. And then one day, I didn't know any mechanics, so I called my brother and I was like, "Oh, did you know anyone that, change oil stuff?" So he gave me a number to Manun. So he's like, told me to bring it in. So I brought it in. He see me in, and he's like, "Whoa, okay." After I dropped the car, and then he texts me. He's like, "Oh, why are your brother so ugly? And you're so beautiful." I was like, "Oh, okay." So at that time, I wasn't thinking of anything. Maybe the guy just wants to just be nice.
We've known each other for a very long time, since middle school. He was not very nice to me. We had like a hate relationship when we were younger.
And then he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I don't know if you're married or you have a boyfriend or husband." He said, so I'm like, "No, I don't. I don't have a husband. I don't have a boyfriend. I've been out of a relationship for several years." So, and then he just, we just start talking, and from there we just going out, date and stuff, and then we just, into a relationship, and then in 3 years relationship, we decided we wanted to get married.
By chance, we met one day. Again, it's like years in Aldi's. I was going to buy stuff to make for dinner, and there was a voice that came like down the aisle, and he said, "I'm gonna beat your ass." Right? I turned around, I looked, I was like, "Oh no, not him again."
So how did the two of you actually end up?
It was that day.
Married.
It was that day. I found him on Facebook. Then we ended up talking and, getting to know each other. And he actually ended up finally being nice to me. And then that's how we started. Since that day that he told me he was going to beat my ass, we've been with each other since.
I mean, he's just he's a great husband. He's a wonderful father to the kids, all the kids. He's just the kids always come first, no matter what.
He taught me how to ride my bike. One time, me and my sister, on our street, we have like a little hill going down, and we just learned how to ride our bikes. He said we should go race down the hill, and I fell because there was like a crack in the road. He picked me up and brought me back to the house and cleaned my wound up and just laughed at me because he was like, "How'd you lose to your younger sister?" I was like,
he does everything he can for us, whether it be like the simplest little things that like I find stupid and like he wastes his money on. Like I like to watch my phone while I'm cooking, and so I always lean it against something. It's always slipping and falling. So he goes on TikTok or Amazon. I don't know which site he goes on because it's both. And he ends up buying me a little phone stand.
How does Dad call you down for breakfast?
He yells at us in a playful way.
What does he say?
He's always like, "Kid."
That's the weekend breakfast. That's so funny.
Every weekend morning, before he started making breakfast, I would make breakfast sandwiches, but I always kept accidentally burning the bread, and he always kept making fun of me for it. Because it was always his bread, but I didn't do it on purpose.
In the winter time, he would go shovel the snow. He go to a temple and help them shovel the snow and all that. In the summer, he just helped them fix cars, tow cars if they need help. He's really good with the community, and they know him, especially with his. He talks a lot, so everybody knows how he is. Everyone just look for him, and because he's a good person. You know, he helps everyone out. Even though he can have like $20, $30, and he just offers to give it to them. When he doesn't work, when it's warm, really he likes to take the kids on a boat. You know, we have a boat out there. We'll just go on a boat, go fishing, or like to go to like beach, just hang around. He just likes to spend a lot of time with us and with the kids. It's his free time.
So he was actually he was like one of the most best dads I could have asked for, and he would do so much, not just for me, but everybody else too. And he would go bring us fishing and stuff, and he was always put us first. He would ask us to go fishing, and he would make it like the best fishing like thing that we had, and he would make like funny jokes and stuff. And like he's the most funniest person like I ever met.
What's the biggest fish you caught? Remember how big it was?
This big.
That's awesome.
So I mean, his absence it's been really hard on us. It's been like an impact on us a lot. So it's been like 6 to 7 months, and it's been hard.
My dad was my hero, like my inspiration. He would always try to do a lot for us, for me and my sisters.
So it's been like hard and a lot of crying, and it's been quiet. Usually it's like loud, and it's like not the same because we don't have the same like communication with him over there.
The first week that he was gone was a really, really hard week. Because since we've been together, we haven't like been apart from each other. So that was very hard. Like in an instant, like my world just crumbled. The person that I relied on, whether it's like, you know, financial or emotional support, like was gone. There are days that are better than others when I get a chance to talk to him, and there are days that like are much harder. It's just the reality of like him being across the world and me not being able to like see him or have him help us with stuff.
He's always like there when we need him. Like when I need him to pick me up after school, or when I have like important stuff to do with like teachers and I need to stay after school late. He's there to pick me up.
And he tells me every day, just be strong for the kids. And be strong, so, you know, we talk over the phone every day. And there's days that it's hard for him.
He's been very quiet at the house. It's just he used to always want us to like go out for every little holiday, everyone's birthday. He would do a lot for all of us. He would always make sure that we learn something new every single day. And it's just been very quiet.
I know things are like really difficult right now, but what are your hopes for the future?
Just to be able to see him and tell him it's okay, that we're okay, and that we miss him, that we love him so much.
I hope, like now is different, so we just have to just start a new chapter and, and just start new life. And we just have to fight it and be there for each other no matter what, no matter where you go, no matter where you're at. It doesn't matter if we're here, it doesn't matter where we're in a different country. As long we, have each other and we just, be there for each other, we're fine. And that's what we've been talking about. I tell him, because there's days that I can't do things and I can't get up to go to work, and he tells me every day, just be strong, and I tell him the same thing, and that's why we're just strong together when we communicate like that.
I just want to reunite with him. I want to see him. I want to hug him and kiss him. Just tell him how much I missed him. Like, I just want him. I love you. I love you so much.
My name is Terry Bull. I am the Deportation Defense Director at the Providence Youth Student Movement. I was born and raised in Providence, Rhode Island. There are currently 16,000 Southeast Asian folks in the United States that has order of removal. Currently, we're noticing that there's an uptick on Southeast Asian deportations. Folks are being detained at workplace, on the streets, their homes. They're getting picked up for decades-old crime that they have committed, but they had already served their time and now are being held in a detention center for deportation. When I started PRISM, I was pulled back in 2018. We started off with only 6 cases. From that 6 cases, we now have over 80 cases. The majority of the cases are Cambodians, and then just recently we started having 12 cases of Laotians. All of these cases are similar. Criminal conviction back in 20, 30 years ago, right? Where I think the struggle with our organization is that our organizations is only the organization that work around Southeast Asian deportation in the state of Rhode Island, and we don't have the proper resources to provide to folks with deportation order. Lately, I've been feeling very defeated because of the way how they're treating Southeast Asian folks. The detentions of the men that's been deported all had attorneys. They tried to reopen their case. Immigration's not even looking at these cases. Folks are being taken in. Folks aren't able to reopen their cases while they're in there because they're speeding up their deportation proceedings. Folks are scared to even reopen their cases right now because they're scared of being redetained and being deported. Majority of the folks with deportation order came here as infants, toddlers. They came here without even a resettlement plan. They end up falling into the system. No one ever told their parents that they needed to become citizens after a certain amount of years. People are still living today with a green card because they think that the permanent resident card is permanent, right? If the family members were to have that information to begin with, none of these folks will have deportation orders. They would have been U.S. citizens by now, right? But because the lack of resources, they weren't given that information, and now they're up for deportation. Right?
That's really well said.